That $60 fixed sensor will literally cost you $360 in 3 years, and it still can't read your ABS light.
Whoa, okay, coming in hot. But stick with us because we're gonna break down the real 3-year cost of BlueDriver versus fixed. Plus, I'm gonna show you the one code category that makes fixed completely useless for about 30% of the warning lights you actually worry about. You gotta hear that before you buy.
Yeah, because we're not just talking engine codes here. We are talking real money. Right, so check this out. Last summer, my sister calls me. She's got a 2017 Camry, and the check engine light pops on the literal day before she's supposed to drive 4 hours to see our parents. She is absolutely panicking. She runs to AutoZone, they pull a P0420 code, catalytic converter efficiency, and tell her it could be a $1,000 fix. She almost cancels the entire trip.
Oh man, P0420, the classic wallet emptying code.
Exactly. So I had my old fixed sensor in my glove box, and I plug it in for her. It gives us a plain English read, moderate severity, emissions issue, possible loose gas cap. That's it. It's helpful, but like, is it the cat? Is it an O2 sensor? Do we risk the drive?
And that right there is the problem with a shallow read. It tells you you're sick, but it doesn't tell you why.
Nailed it. So I grab my buddy's BlueDriver Pro, plug it into the exact same port on the exact same car, and 60 seconds later it pulls the same P0420, but it adds a full repair report. It says for this exact Camry with this specific mileage range, the most reported fix is the downstream O2 sensor, 87% of the time. It links the part and even shows a TSB. She drove, she fixed the sensor for $90 a few days later, and that is exactly why this comparison matters. Okay, hold on, because that is a perfect example of depth versus simplicity. And that brings us to segment 1, price. Because what you pay up front is definitely not what you pay to actually own these things.
Yeah, let's talk real numbers. As of this spring 2026, the original BlueDriver Pro is $89.95 on sale direct, and it's usually $94.95 on Amazon. The new BlueDriver Pro Next Gen is $119.95, and that is a one-time fee. That's it. No subscription, ever. All features are fully unlocked.
And fixed? Well, the sensor itself is cheap. The official site says $59.99 for a single sensor, $39.99 on Amazon when it's on sale, and $89.99 for a 2-pack if you want to monitor 2 cars. Sounds like a total win for you budget guys, right, Dean? Look, it does sound like a win. If you're a beginner or you've got your kid's car and your own car, $60 to get in the door is super tempting. And honestly, the free tier is actually not bad. You get check engine reading, plain English definitions for over 7,000 codes, and maintenance reminders. But here's the thing, the math flips hard when you need the good stuff. Fixed premium is $99 a year. That's about $825 a month. That unlocks what BlueDriver just gives you for free: confirmed fix and cost, the mechanic hotline, emissions pre-check, and vehicle history. Without premium, fixed is basically just an engine code reader with oil change reminders. Yeah, I actually ran the numbers on this. BlueDriver Pro Year 1, call it $95. Year 2, still $95. Year 3, still $95. Total 3-year cost, $95. Now look at fixed with premium. Year 1, $59.99 plus that $99 sub, so that's about $160. Year 2, you're at $260 total. Year 3, $360 total. And after 3 years and $360, you still can't read ABS.
Okay, you're kind of killing my budget argument here, man.
I'm not trying to kill it, I'm trying to save people money. If you're on the absolute tightest budget and you'll literally never pay for premium, the fixed free tier is $30 cheaper upfront than BlueDriver. That's real. But if you think you'll want those repair estimates, BlueDriver pays for itself in 11 months. Okay, fair enough. But here's a question for the total beginners watching who have literally never plugged anything into a car. Are both of these easy to set up? Because that matters more than anything if you're not a car guy. Oh, for sure. Both are totally plug and play. Your OBD2 port is right under your dash on the left side, usually near your knee. You just plug it in, download the app, iOS and Android are both supported, and pairing takes maybe 30 to 60 seconds the first time. The BlueDriver Next Gen pairs a bit faster, has a brighter LED, and it even has a little pull strap so you're not yanking it out with pliers. And both have a low-power sleep mode so they don't kill your battery overnight. But, and this is my second open loop for you guys, we are going to tell you the mistake 80% of people make that does drain the battery when you leave either dongle plugged in for weeks. Stay for that because it is a tow truck bill just waiting to happen. Good tease. All right, segment 2, and this is the big one. What do they actually read? Because this is exactly where fixed loses most people.
Time for a myth bust. A lot of people think literally any OBD2 scanner reads everything. Check engine light, ABS light, airbag light, whatever. Nope, not true at all.
Not even close. Fixed, even with that premium subscription at $99 a year, reads engine codes only. generic P codes and manufacturer powertrain codes. It does not read ABS, it does not read SRS or airbag, it does not read transmission codes, and it does not read TPMS at any price, ever.
Which is huge, because if your ABS light is on or your airbag light, FIXD is just going to say, no codes found. You'll think you're clear, and you're absolutely not.
BlueDriver is completely different. It reads enhanced codes on 13 brands as of 2026. So we're talking GM, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Toyota, Nissan, BMW, Honda, Mercedes, Hyundai, Mitsubishi, and Subaru, plus Mazda too on the newer next gen. On those supported vehicles, you get ABS, SRS airbag, transmission, TPMS, climate control, a whole lot more than just the P0420.
So for the budget shopper watching, ask yourself, do you just want to know why your check engine light is on? FIXD does that. Plain English, severity marked low, moderate, or severe. Super simple. Honestly, my mom could use FIXD.
And for the enthusiast, you want to know why your 2018 Silverado is throwing a C0265 ABS code and going into limp mode? FIXD can't even see that module. BlueDriver pulls the C0265, shows the EBCM motor relay, and the repair report says, for that specific Silverado, check the ground under the driver's seat. That is professional level direction right there. Okay, you got me on the depth, but I gotta defend FIXD for just a second. For a family with 3 cars, FIXD is actually pretty clever. You can buy 3 sensors, connect up to 5 of them to one single phone, and monitor all your cars from anywhere. Oil change due on the kid's Civic, tire rotation on your Accord, it's all in one app. BlueDriver is one dongle, one car at a time. You actually have to move it.
That's entirely true. If you're running a small family fleet and you want babysitter-style maintenance alerts, FIXD's multi-vehicle dashboard is definitely better. But here's where it gets interesting.
Oh, are we doing a mid-explainer twist?
Yeah, plot twist. The app experience is night and day strictly because of who they built it for.
All right, segment 3, app and repair reports. BlueDriver's app is built for DIYers. You plug in, you scan, you get the code, but then you tap Repair Report. That report is built from millions of real shop repairs, completely verified by techs. It gives you possible causes ranked by frequency, confirmed fixes, and even recall and TSB info for your specific VIN.
Yep. I pulled a P0301 misfire on a 2015 Ford Edge just last month. BlueDriver didn't just say cylinder 1 misfire. It said on this specific Edge, 64% of reported fixes were the ignition coil, 21% were the spark plug, and it even showed live misfire counts in mode 6, the raw computer data. That is not just a code reader, that is true diagnostic direction.
Now, FIXD's app is built for absolute beginners, and honestly, it nails that vibe. No complex graphs you don't understand. It just says P0301 means engine misfire detected, severity moderate, safe to drive a short distance but get it checked soon, and the estimated cost is $400 to $600 at a shop. And if you have premium, you can hit the AI mechanic chat and ask what to do, which is really nice until you realize that repair cost estimate and that AI chat are locked behind the $99 paywall. BlueDriver gives you the actual FIXD data for free one time. Also, BlueDriver has freeze frame data, so you can see exactly what the RPM, coolant temp, and load was when the code set. The FIXD free tier doesn't do freeze frame properly at all. Okay, quick humor break. You know how many times I've tried to explain freeze frame to my dad, and he literally thinks I'm talking about a picture frame?
Yeah, well, your dad also thinks Bluetooth is a dental disease.
He does! But for real, if you're brand new to this, FIXD's plain English is way less intimidating. If you want to actually fix it yourself on a Saturday though, BlueDriver's detail saves you a second trip to YouTube.
Segment 4. This one is for the smog check guys and the data nerds. Live data and emissions.
Let's talk live data. BlueDriver lets you graph up to like 6 PIDs or live sensor feeds all at once. Things like RPM, coolant temp, O2 voltage, fuel trim, intake temp. The refresh is a little slow on the old Pro, like 2 to 3 frames per second, but the next gen is faster. It's totally usable while driving, and you can export it as a CSV too.
And FIXD's live data is extremely limited. The free tier basically just shows you a little gauge. With premium, you get a few more, but it's not a real scanner graph. If you're trying to diagnose a lean condition by watching your short-term fuel trim, FIXD is just not the tool. And smog check. This is huge in California, New York, Texas. BlueDriver has smog readiness built in, totally free. It shows your monitors, catalyst, evap, O2, EGR, says complete or incomplete, and tells you right there if you'll pass emissions right now. If you just cleared codes, you absolutely need that.
Meanwhile, FIXD locks emissions pre-check behind premium. $99 just to know if you'll pass smog. That feels rough. And Mode 6? That's the advanced test results like misfire counts per cylinder or evap leak pressure. BlueDriver has Mode 6 included. FIXD doesn't have Mode 6 at all.
So for the California commuter who literally just needs to pass smog next week, BlueDriver at $95 is actually cheaper than FIXD at $60 plus the $99 for premium just to check readiness.
Exactly. All right, pattern interrupt. Remember that battery drain tease? Here is the truth.
Welcome to the Common Mistakes segment. This is where we close our loops and save you major headaches.
So first loop we opened, that $360 math and the code category that kills FIXD. We closed the math $360 total after 3 years with premium. The code category, that's ABS and SRS. 30% of dashboard warnings that aren't the check engine light are ABS, traction control, or airbag. FIXD can't read any of them, ever, so if your ABS light is on, you're paying for a tool that just says no codes found. Second loop, battery drain. Both BlueDriver and FIXD have low-power sleep modes, but if you leave any dongle plugged in and you don't drive for 2 or 3 weeks, like airport parking or going on vacation, it will slowly draw power. We tested it. Both draw about 30 to 50 milliamps in sleep over 10 days on a weak battery that can absolutely be enough to need a jump. Pro tip, if you park longer than a week, unplug it. It takes 2 seconds. Or if you have a 2020 or newer car that does constant can shatter, definitely unplug it.
Let's run through the other mistakes super fast. Number 1, buying FIXD expecting it to read ABS just because the Amazon listing shows an ABS light in the picture. It doesn't. Always read the fine print. Number 2, not using BlueDriver's compatibility checker on their site before you buy. Enhanced features like ABS only work if your exact year, make, and model is supported. It is 13 brands, but not every module on every single year. Check first. Jumping to number 3, paying for FIXD Premium twice because you bought a 2-pack and each sensor tried to start its own trial. Make sure you cancel the auto-renew in your app store if you only want the free tier. And number 4, clearing codes before Smog without checking readiness. Both tools let you clear codes, but if you clear them and drive straight to the Smog station, you will fail for incomplete monitors. Use BlueDriver's Smog feature to verify all monitors show complete first.
Also, a quick disclaimer, don't expect bidirectional controls on either of these. Neither one will do active tests like cycle your ABS pump or do a brake pad retraction or oil reset. If you want that, you really need to jump to the top-down TopScan at $60 to $130 plus a subscription, or the OBD Link MX Plus at around $100. But hey, that's a topic for a whole different explainer. All right, so who is this actually for? If you're a total beginner, you hate car stuff, you just want your phone to say, is it safe to keep driving or not, and you want basic maintenance reminders for oil and tires, and you will never ever pay for premium, FIXD at $59.99 or $39.99 on sale is okay. It's simple, it's non-scary.
But if you're any kind of DIYer, even light DIY, you own your car past warranty, you live in a smog state, or you want to actually know what's wrong before a shop tells you, BlueDriver wins hand down. No subscription, ABS and SRS on supported cars, real repair reports, Mode 6, freeze frame, smog check free, and a faster app. For $95 one time versus $60 plus $99 every single year, it's not even close.
Honestly, I came into this wanting to defend the budget pick, and as the budget guy, I'm telling you BlueDriver is actually the budget pick long term. Unless you truly only want the absolute cheapest possible check engine translator and you will never pay yearly, then the FIXD free tier makes sense.
My verdict is pretty simple. If you want a car health monitor that texts you about oil changes, get FIXD. If you want a real diagnostic tool that saves you a trip to the shop, get the BlueDriver Pro at $89.95. If you have a 2020 or newer truck, spend the extra $30 and get the next gen at $119.95 for the better pairing. Either way, you'll never pay a subscription again. So the next time your dashboard lights up on a dark highway, which tool do you want in your glove